It is. I'm so proud of him. I mean, it really, words can't describe it. He deserves that. He deserves every bit of it. He has worked hard for that. To accomplish that, it couldn't have happened to a better person. Please, Bernard Hopkins.
First, thanks, Richard. Thanks, Golden Boy, for starting the process of getting this fight together. After the first fight, we had to deal with a couple of things that, that worked out for everybody, especially the fans, which is important. I'd like to thank my team, everybody on my team, especially a guy named Moses. You took me to the promised land, Moses.
Thank you, bro.
And I mention him because it's very important. He's been around a long time. He just ain't had the athlete, but one athlete besides myself that he worked with. Most of y'all writers probably remember Eric Hardy, who won the light heavyweight championship, and Moses worked with him and was working with him when he won a championship. And he raised him, so he has championship qualities, and he just a trainer that didn't have enough fighters or the fighter to put him out there. And I think giving you that infomercial tonight, even though you went in the corner, I'm telling people, he worked with me for 7 weeks. For 7 weeks, he worked with me with Nazim Richardson. When Nazim Richardson, my chief trainer, was with Shane Mosley. And even though we talked on the phone many times, Nazim was always there in my corner, always there supporting me. And him and Moses is working together on a strategy and not letting myself work too hard, because I'm a hard worker, y'all. And my problem ain't working too light. My problem is working too hard. So Nazim Richardson constantly called Moses, Danny Davis, and my crew, Sharif, and saying, make sure that Bernard don't run 5 miles a day, because he's damn sure run 5 miles a day while I'm up in Big Bear. So I got a phone bill for $5,000, Nazim. I'll be glad to hand that over to you about next week. But first, I'd like to thank everybody in Canada who gave me the respect and watched the fight. And I hope it was what y'all wanted. I hope it was what y'all expected. You got to take your hand off to Pascal. I think that he is a quality and respectful champion. One day he will be one of the ones that stay around for a long time if he takes this lesson in his schooling, in his university of education that he experienced tonight. And I say this to everybody. I don't know what y'all expect me to come up here and say I told you so and all that. I'm too old for that stuff. Only thing I want to say, in 39, my man 39, my way, where he at? He in the house with his wife.
Yeah.
He don't want to be called, I don't know his age, but he says 39, so I don't believe it. When you come out on a song, and I say that to say this, when you come out on a song, you hear different people have different slogans, Richard, and they say, well, Bernard, coming out on My Way, my functionalized. I mean, that's a song, My Way, that everybody in this room, I assume, know. That you can't just come out with that song without having a legacy or some type of meaning behind that person who's playing that song. And that song, My Way, is a real profound song for my life and the way I feel, not only in boxing. Because a lot of people think it has to be their way because they're opinionated, and that's great. Everybody's entitled to have their opinion. But I wasn't going to come in here and be a dog. I wasn't going to come in here and just get a check. I wasn't going to come in here and just explore and just hustle boxing. You can't hustle boxing. And so anybody that comes in this game and think they can stay in this game and just hustle a check is a fool. My life is more important than that. If I want to box until I'm 50, long as fight by fight, I come out unscaled, not beat up and not damaged. I can fight as long as I want to, as long as I'm hungry to fight and train for 7 to 8, sometimes 9 weeks. And so I'd like to thank everybody for enjoying history. I got a call from George Foreman through Richard Schaefer, and he made a great comment about my legacy. And he also said that he might come out of retirement now. But I'd like to thank everybody, man. I mean, I'd like really thank everybody. I know it's like I'm rambling, but I'd like to thank everybody to let them know that, I'm cut from a different cloth. And when I say cut from a different cloth, a lot of people in here, especially United States writers, know when I say that, they know what I mean. because the Dan Raphaels, the Tim Smiths, the Kevin Iola, they called me old school 5, 6, 7 years ago. I mean, we in 2011, but they remember calling me old school fighter because I come from Philly. But I've learned how to preserve myself. And that's why y'all see me at 46 years old doing what I do. It's not because I'm doing anything magical. It's because I'm disciplined. I was disciplined in my 20s. I'm disciplined in my 30s. And I just invested in myself to hit, not get hit. And sometimes it's boring to y'all. Sometimes y'all want to see the knockout, drag out type fights. I can do that if I want to. I mean, y'all seen that many times from me before, but I'm come from a school of hit, not get hit. And to some people it's boring, so I've been criticized. But now that I'm at this stage in my career, it's the 9th stage or 10th stage of my career. I've been around a long time, so I think I'm at my 10th stage. Is that I'm going to give y'all what y'all want, and I'm going to still not get hurt. Because I feel now that I might as well let all out the bag, because I can't fight until I can't fight anymore. I won't. I'm too smart for that. But I'm going to give y'all some shows. And I don't know who them shows who are going to be, but I'm telling you is that I'm going to remind y'all of the Ray Robinsons, the Jersey Joe Walcotts, the Ezra Charles. I'm going to bring that into this time zone. And I'm going to show y'all what old school boxing is. And some can enjoy it and some can appreciate it if you pay attention. If you can't, you want to watch the UFC, drag out, knock out, fine. You got your choice. But I'm letting everybody on notice now that if you thought the night was something, you ain't say anything yet. Now, I don't say that to brag. I just say that to tell you that there's a lot of fight left in me. And as long as I'm not getting beat up, hurt, or risking my life to a point where I can't do it anymore, then I'm smart enough, trust me, I am, to bail out gracefully and to get out of this game with nothing to be ashamed of. I'm going to push the envelope as high as I can, because if I set the bar for my own family and future fighters that's watching me, and Golden Boy fighters, the young fighters, to know that take care of your body, eat the right things, get the proper rest, don't drink, not 1 glass of wine, not 2 glasses of wine, don't drink anything, that you can have a chance to be better than Bernard Hopkins' legacy, or you have a chance to set your own. And that's the stage that I wanted to set, and I'm glad I got an opportunity to do that. And, you know, I like to thank everybody for just respecting what I do. And that's all. I respect. I came in this man's hometown. I didn't have to do this, but I wanted to show what kind of cloth with era that I believe I could afford in any era. And I don't say that to be bragging. I don't say that to be showing off. I believe whatever era boxing was started, I believe that I would have held my own. Whatever the outcome would have been, I believe I would have held my own, and I wouldn't embarrass myself in that era. I answer all y'all questions in 20 minutes. Have a good night.
Bernard, you talked, I remember when you were fighting at your 40th, and you talked at that point, you said, I promised my mother I wouldn't fight past 40, I'm going to do this